Two Hip Chicks.
Hey, hey, hey.
Bam!
Bam, boom, bing, bang, bomb.
Bing, bam, boom, bum, boom. Hey, guys.
Welcome to Finding Your Music Mojo for the last time in 2024. I'm TC of TKR Video Central, and that is...
Dawn from Two Hip Chicks. Welcome, everyone. And down here...
Why, yes, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Patrick Murphy, and I am a... here.
Wait,
I
you
am
are
a here.
here, is right.
You are a
I didn't-
reseller and voiceover artist extraordinaire.
Well, I'm not a real reseller. I just play one on YouTube.
Yes. He dabbles.
I dabble.
He kind of dabbles, yeah. Rachel's here. Hey, Rachel. Welcome, hon. So, yeah, Patrick, you love music, so we offered, and you just decided to come on, and we appreciate that, man.
Hey, I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all having me tonight. Thank you very,
Everybody
very much.
loves Patrick Murphy. Everybody loves Patrick Murphy.
Well,
So,
oh, you know what? I better change my name.
Dr. Richard,
I just realized that.
I was going to ask you who Productive Richard was, so I don't know.
Can be phrased another way, I'm sure. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's better.
That's the backroom persona.
That's his OnlyFans. You guys can check that out.
I wish, believe you me.
So, yeah, last show of the year. Holy crap, where did it go?
I know. It just seems like it flew by. That's the trouble with getting old. It sometimes just seems like you never get... It just seems like January was yesterday. Ugh.
Pretty much, yeah. Or at least 2 days ago. Yeah.
But I'm changed.
Crazy. So, we're just going to review the year, right? We're just going to talk about music this year?
Yeah, music and everything else this year, our stuff this year, whatever you want to do.
Cool.
Why don't you kick it off?
Me?
Yeah.
Me? Well, it's been an interesting year for us. We've been doing Whatnot now for a couple years, it seems. So the Whatnots have been a lot of fun. We've been doing, lately, we've been doing the old, purge, cleanse and purge, which is not related to any medical procedure, but actually getting rid of some stuff. Dropping some CDs and records and things. So that's kind of fun. But it's been giving me an opportunity to go through what we have now and what we've picked up this year, to determine what we want to keep and what we don't want to keep. And there was two notables for me this year. The first one was something I picked up earlier in the year because you guys all know I like Miko, right? And I know TC likes Miko as well.
I love Miko, yep.
So I even posted this year. I even posted up, I believe it was Encounters of Every Kind on one of our record plays. I think it was a Friday record play. Mm-hmm. And I noted on there that some people may think this should be a Weird Album Wednesday, but it's a little unusual. It's a little Miko. And this was a little unusual, but it's one of my favorite albums. But this one comes in hot second, and this one is the Miko Swing. What is it called? Swing Time's Greatest Hits. So I like swing music. I like, Glenn Miller, Benny Goodman, blah, 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 blah. So this is on the Arista label. It is turned into my second favorite Miko album. Hot second behind Encounters of Every Kind. And this is the guy himself. So I picked this up. I had not heard it, but I knew I liked that type of music, and it is amazing. Mm-hmm. It's kind of reminiscent of the Hooked on Swing and that kind of thing.
Stars on 45, it's a medley
Yeah, all
album.
that
Yeah.
fun stuff. But it's definitely really good. So this is one that I picked up that I really love and I suggest getting into. If just go check it out on YouTube. But Miko for sure. If you have not checked that out, because I'm an 80s kid. Well, I'm not really an 80s kid. I was a young adult in the 80s. So this is when Miko was probably hitting it semi-big, right? Late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
Did you say that's right? Okay.
Somewhere in there. I think Swing Times Rares has came out in 83.
Yeah, it did.
It was after it was before Ewok Celebration, I think.
Yeah. Plus,
hey, Mary?
this is a promo, which is very cool. Mary's here,
Very
and
cool.
this is a promo, so that's cool. And then the other album of note that I picked up this year was thanks to UTC, and you turned me on to this artist. This one.
Woo!
Talk about this one, TC, because you're the one who turned me on to this.
For those of you guys who've not seen my year end yet, this guy is at the top of the list. Marcine's Dragon in Harmony. This guy is an amazing percussive guitarist, and I just love this album. It was my #1 album of the year, and I absolutely think he is just so talented. I hope he comes up here. I'd love to go see him in concert.
So
I'm glad I turned him on to you.
Oh yeah!
Yay!
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. I like me some decent guitar. I'm a fan of decently played guitar, and this guy, he's very young. I mean, how
24.
old is he?
He's 24.
Yeah, he's young.
He's been doing this since he was 15.
Amazing, right? If you go YouTube, go check on YouTube. And I told TC, I'm not buying the CD. Damn it, I'm buying the vinyl, and I'm glad I did.
I bought both.
Ooh, nice.
It's a beautiful piece of vinyl there.
Yeah.
So, it's amazing, and the tunes that are out on YouTube, you'll get a flavor for what his music is like, but the whole album is good. I have no qualms about picking an album up from this guy because he's amazing, and this will live in my collection for a good long time because it's a repeat listener too. Seriously, because you know how you buy an album, you think, oh yeah, I like this artist or whatever, and then I'll just kind of like sit on it.
Yeah.
And you don't come back to it. This is definitely repeatable. So
I think his channel on YouTube is Marcine Music. He has a video up of his halftime show from the NBA All-Star game. Just him, his guitar, and he is absolutely amazing. And I mean, it's just fantastic. And several videos from the album too.
So Chris, this is it. Yeah, Marcine. And if you haven't followed TC long enough to know that he promotes this guy, but yeah, it's amazing. Dragon in Harmony, and it is an amazing album. So I highly recommend that.
It is.
This is not a sponsored video.
I'll tell you now because I was going to tell you before the show and I forgot. YouTube Music is having a big, not YouTube, umusic.com, Universal's music site, is having a big sale, half price, everything on the site. I picked up Carpenter's Love Lines on vinyl for $12.99. I picked up Hanson. Letter U, music.com.
Okay.
Or it might be Touch of Vinyl. You can try that too. I think it's one of those two. I picked up the two early Hanson albums, Snowed In and Middle of Nowhere, which I didn't think were available on vinyl anymore for under a ridiculously high price. Got them both for under $20. Wow. So I'm happy. So it only runs through January 5th. So go over and check it out.
Okay. It's 50% off sale. I'm there.
A good sale.
I have been saving up my money.
They have heavy metal too, Patrick, if you're interested.
I was gonna say, have you been saving your Christmas money?
Yeah, I have. I've been saving up my Christmas funds. Yes, indeed. Yeah, because when I see a record that I want to be able to, not break the bank to get it and have a little bit of mad money. We'll call it mad money. But so I do like to do that. And when there's good stuff like that, I will definitely be checking that out because there are a few on my list things that I'd like to get, and if it's cheap enough, I'll pick it up. And these are all new releases too, new pressings, right? They're not like used
Yeah,
records.
they're brand new, all of
Brand
them.
new,
Reissues.
even better.
I've never had a problem with them. I've ordered from them a couple of times when they've had sales, and they're super quick in delivery. It's usually like 2 days, 2 or 3 days, and great prices and good quality. So
very
there you
cool.
go.
Look who's here. Let's see. Mary, you said Mary was here. Yes.
Mary's
Rachel
here.
came
Yeah,
in.
Rachel's here.
Definitely. Chris, thank you. Got the name for you, Chris. There you go. Anne Marie is here. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Michael, the angriest otter, is here. Hey, buddy. So yeah, for the year. So those are my two notable acquisitions for the year. I'm trying to some of the other ones, like I said earlier, were I wasn't sure if I got them this year or last year, so I didn't want to bring them, but those two I know I picked up. And the one is
I had a heck of a
memorable.
list. I had a heck of a time making my list this year too. The show, obviously, the show lasted over an hour. That's how
Yeah.
much stuff I was talking about and running my mouth off. And we all have a New Year's resolution for Patrick, and that's for him to get that Transformers album.
He's looking.
Yeah.
He just
Well.
wants it for the cover, guys.
Exactly.
It doesn't even have to be, the vinyl can be in G+ condition for all he cares, or poor. He just wants the cover.
I just want the empty box, honestly. The record doesn't even have to be in there, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
Every time I go to a record show, man, I'm like, do you have it? Do you have this? Do you have that? I'm like, no.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I keep my eye out for it too. I have been for a while.
Yeah.
I have Katie doing it too. So.
Oh wow, there you go.
We have people looking for that thing.
And again, I want the cover art to display on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, you guys brought it up this time. By default, it's in the background there.
It's obligatory. Anytime you're on camera with us, so we have to bring it up now. It's just a thing.
Yep.
By the way, so there's actually a VHS copy of the movie, and then the DVD underneath it.
Yeah. Yep. You're absolutely right. He's got it. All you need now is the poster and the action figures. Do you got the action figures yet?
I started selling a lot of my G1 Transformers. Yeah.
Oh well.
It's that
you gotta do what you gotta do. You can't take everything with you, right?
Exactly.
That's the way I look at it.
Well, Mary's getting rid of some of her minions, isn't she?
Yes, we have more minions to come up. Coming up at the next auction. She's got minions she's getting rid of. I'm getting rid of a bunch of electronic toys, things. I call them toys, but they're like, Bluetooth.
Well, for you, they are toys.
They are toys for me. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what they are. They're toys. I admit it. Yeah, so I'm getting rid of a few things here and there, trying to make room for more toys. But for sure. So how about you, Patrick? Did you come up with anything cool this year?
Well, music related. I don't buy music per se anymore because I don't.
Yeah, you don't, but you do. Do you still do that little radio thing?
That's where I was going. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So earlier this year, for those that don't know, I play this game called City of Heroes. It's been around since 2004. It's sunset in 2012. There was a private server that was running for a while, and then the public server got leaked. So now there's a public-private server going on. And last year, actually, NCSoft, the publisher of the game, actually gave a license to the public-private server. And I know I just went down a rabbit hole that nobody asked for, but anyway, I still play the game. 20 years later, I'm still playing this game. And inside the game, there's this radio station called the Cape Radio, www.caperadio.com, where we always got your back. And some friends of mine really wanted me to start doing some shows again. And I'm like, you know what? It's been a while. I've got the what word am I looking for? I got the hankering, if you will, the fever. I had a fever. So I did. I want to say around March, April, I did Monday Night Hair Metal Madness right here on the Cape with your host, Diamond D. I did a few shows this year, so I was very happy about that. I'm getting that itch again. I am getting that itch.
It's
the
cool.
problem with doing the show for me is that I use Sam Broadcaster, and the license on that is ridiculous. and I don't feel like spending like $500 on a new license.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I've been looking at that stuff too.
So I've got a Windows 7 machine that my SAM will currently operate on.
Yeah.
Well, I don't got a machine. I've got my secondary hard drive, so I have to switch over to my secondary hard drive to get back into Windows 7 to run the station.
Okay.
So I
Have you-
did.
Go ahead.
Go
I'll
ahead.
get a technical question when you're done.
So I did finally get a tower, and I put Windows. I had my son put Windows 7 on there. So eventually, I'm gonna clear out stuff in this room, in this studio, if you will, make it an actual studio, and have two separate towers running, so I don't have to, switch between hard drives.
Yeah. Cool. So you're still going to do that. So I guess the question was, and this is probably can be taken offline. I just wondered if you could run it through an emulator on a newer machine and keep that old 7 license, just run it that way. But if you've got it on a hard drive, I guess that works too.
Yeah, I mean, my kid and I, we did talk about that. I don't remember why we just, well, and for one, you have to reload everything into SAM, and the hard drive I've got, it's got everything preset, preloaded, all the playlist. I mean, I've got playlist for about a year. Basically, what I do is I'll take a playlist, I'll reload it, I'll cherry pick songs, and then take out the commercials and stuff of that nature, and then pop in. So it gives me a skeleton to work with when I do a show.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, I wish I could direct you to the website, but it looks like the website is down, www.caperadio.com. Tomorrow, in fact, one of the DJs, her name is One Hit Wonder, and she does her yearly New Year's Eve bash. So what she does is she broadcasts for, at the very minimum, 26 hours. She rings in every New Year of every time zone. And
That's crazy.
I haven't done, no, crazy, absolutely.
That's crazy.
What is weird that I've learned about this is there are time zones out there that they celebrate New Year's at the bottom of the hour, like at the 30-minute mark. Yeah. And there's one that does it at like the 45-minute mark. And I'm like, how does that magic even work?
I don't know.
It's called screwing with the time to make sure that they're first in the new year. We learned that when I was at discjockey.com back in the late 90s and 2000. We did a time zone jingle for every new year and put it on, and we had to do 1 or 2 at a half hour point, and it was like, what the hell?
Exactly. Like, how does that magic work?
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, crazy. But she's going to do that, so I might pop in. I won't do the whole show with her. I think last year, because I was working on my eBay store, I did, once I popped in, I stayed on till like 7 o'clock in the morning with her. But well, this year I also got the hump day auction the following day, so I can't be up too terribly early, late, whatever.
Yep. No, because you got all that going on. Exactly.
Has anybody got anything going on for New Year's Eve? I haven't checked. I know Debbie and Max did something last year.
They did, but I don't think they're doing it this year because Max is doing his. He's got his surgery this month, and I don't think they're doing anything.
I haven't seen anybody mention it in the groups that we go to, so I'm assuming there's nothing going on, except possibly me. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Yeah. So I don't think so. I mean, hump day auctions going on, the normal stuff. I don't know, Patrick. Are you going to be hosting like a open forum? Come on in and talk to us, kind of thing. I'll just throw that out there, Patrick, in case anybody wants to show up
on my channel. You mean?
Yeah, why not?
I'm not a real YouTuber. I'm
a special.
Yeah, I mean, I could put it out there, but I mean. YouTuber? Well, I mean, like you guys. I mean, you guys are interweb famous. I'm just a special guest. I am very, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm very comfortable in my guest star role.
Okay.
I'm like the C-lister,
My life on the C list. I see. I get it. It's okay. No, there's nothing going on that I can think of. Truthfully. Somebody, TC, you could do it. You could do it. You could do it. Here's your deal. Do a New Year's Eve special and do a subscription drive.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing, but I don't know if I can do it yet. It depends on what we got going on.
Oh, okay. In case you guys are watching and you're not subscribed to TC, please go subscribe to TC because he's trying to get to 1,000 by New Year's.
Yeah,
and
I got 50 to go.
50 to go. 50 to go. I'm looking at the.
I don't think I'm going to make it, but I got this far. That's one thing we should talk about is how the channel has changed over the years. You started the year at just over 500, and you guys are closing in on 1,000 or over 1,000 now, right?
Yep, I owed all to clean living and long format music videos. Basically, truthfully.
And Mary and her silliness.
And Mary and her silliness. No, we've got a really cool core group of people who come and visit us every Tuesday and Thursday. And they're great people. We love them to death. But it's not 1,000. So, and you know, I like music. Why am I here? Right.
Yeah.
So I've been, and we've got those 30,000 45s. So at some point I decided exactly what the heck. Hey, thank you, Return to Vinyl. Subscribe. There you go. There's one more.
Cool.
We ended up, we were doing the record plays or the play grading of those 45s. And for a while I was trying to do a live show, but I could never really schedule it. And while I did that, I did other things. So it wasn't really conducive to having like a back room thing. So I decided to do record it while I'm playing them and then edit it together and throw it out there. And people seem to like it. And we seem to get more and more subscribers for it. So I'm like, great. That's what we started doing.
Yeah. So, and speaking of that 30,000 lot you have.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes.
Whatnot has been a big part of your last going on 2 years in April.
Oh my God. Yeah. Whatnot is huge. So yeah, we were doing that too. And thank you for the pump on that. We're every Tuesday we get together and play music, which is nice because YouTube, as you know, TC, you try to put up a video for like your Obscuria or whatever you're putting out, your long format disco party and stuff, things like that. You can get pinged for those. There are certain songs that they just will not let you have.
Yeah.
You have to, So yeah, but and even Facebook we'll simulcast our shows, our Whatnot shows to Facebook, and we keep getting pinged for the music because we play the music there.
Right.
And Whatnot doesn't have a problem with it. So we're selling records, we're playing them to show grade and show quality in the song and stuff. And Whatnot has not yet become one of those entities that forces you to edit or have a license.
They will once the music industry comes down on them.
Long enough, yeah.
Just give it a time, yeah.
I know. But right now, that's what we're doing. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have been selling the records there as well as enjoying them with people, and that's kind of what we're doing. But yeah. So does that mean TC? What is it? Does that mean that TC has to pay himself a penny every time? Yes, Mayor. Even when he plays it.
So Don wants to know what our favorite songs of 24 are.
Wow.
You came in a little late. We were talking about Marcin a little earlier. He's phenomenal.
He is phenomenal.
My number one digital only album this year is an album called Living in Yesterday by the artist named Tristan Lake Lebu. He is an amazing guitarist and singer, writing very old school rock and roll from 60s, 70s type of vibe. And the guy is not even 25 yet. And he's got this amazing stuff down. That's worth checking into. You can get his stuff on Bandcamp, and he is just terrific. Those are my favorites of the year so far.
Yeah. How about you, Patrick? What was your favorite song or music from this year?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking to see what songs came out this year.
You don't listen to
stuck in the past.
Radio.
Patrick, it's not just you. I watch Spin Me Round record stores videos every day when they're up, and they're mentioning all these artists, and I'm like, who the hell are these people? And yet they're the big sellers in the stores. People like Charlie XCX and Rosé and all these K-pop. I have no clue who they are. I don't follow that. My music, my current music, most of my new stuff I found in Eurovision. I'm buying
Yeah.
European stuff. I'm not
Yep.
getting the stuff that's here. So
Nice.
yeah, I definitely feel what you're talking about, Patrick. Definitely.
Don't feel
I mean,
bad. I've been trying to listen to at the end of the year, this is when I do it. I'll listen to Top 40 radio or whatever popular radio. But I can truly say that so far, from what I've heard, my favorite, sorry to say, TC, has been something from Eurovision. Don't drop your jaw. It's okay.
Yeah.
Control yourself. And as we know, it's Nemo's the Code. I just fell in love with that song
Nemo.
when I heard it. And it
Love
did win,
Nemo.
so that was cool. That was the song I
Yeah.
was rooting for through the whole thing. So that
It's
was
so
probably-
creative. It's so creative, and his presentation was so awesome.
Mhm.
And he's got an incredible voice, and he can play a violin like you wouldn't believe.
Yep. Now, for Chris said, do I have any jazz from the 60s? Chris, we go through a lot, okay? Beyonce.
I have liked what I've heard of Cowboy Carter. I'm not a big Beyonce fan. I like some of her stuff, but I did like what I've heard of Cowboy Carter a lot.
So
See,
Chris asked about the 60s jazz. This is let me get in here. Hang on a second. That's not what I wanted to do. This is what I want to do. Hit that button. It's going to post a link. That's the Whatnot show. You're going to have to come by Whatnot every week and find out if I've got what you need, because we go through a lot of different records. And if you want to come check us out, we play them. You don't have to buy them, but you can listen. But we come across all sorts of things all the time. STC, a wide spectrum of genres and decades and everything.
And too much stuff for me to buy.
Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff.
Shannon and the Clams, Bean Fields. I have not heard of this, Dawn. I will check it out. I will write it down.
Yeah.
Because I have found, Dawn, that your taste in music ends up coming up where all the requests you've made on Obscuria, we definitely like the same kind of music, because the stuff that you've suggested that I have never heard of, I end up loving. So I'm definitely going to write that down.
I love this. Every time we do this show, I'm finding new stuff.
Yep.
Bean Fields. Okay. Got it.
All right.
Thank you,
Posted
John.
number 1 down.
First one of the night. First one of the night. Hey, Momster's here too. Hey, Momster.
Hi, Momster. And trust me, Momster, you are not missing anything when it comes to Taylor Swift.
She picked me up a Taylor Swift album. I have yet to listen to it. I need to do that.
Well, she took my answer, because I was going to go with Taylor Swift.
Really?
But then I realized that I think the album dropped, was it last year or year before last?
She drops albums all the time.
Well, like the one that's like in current rotation.
The one that's in current rotation came out in like April or May of this year.
Well, I guess I'm thinking of then the previous one, not the one with the Fortnite song, but the previous album. Then the one that the Eras tour,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, it was connected more to the last album.
People now who look up Taylor Swift. I'm going to be that person now. Because Google and I have never seen the words Taylor Swift before, but now it's there. Okay, so 2000, what was her 2024? The Tortured Poets. That's her latest album.
Yeah, that's the one beforehand that the Eras tour started with. So the one that came out in 22, I think, or 23.
Yeah. Midnights,
that's the one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mom picked me up a copy of Lover from 2019. I have yet to listen to that. It's on pink vinyl. Ooh.
Cool.
But I will be listening to it. But yeah, she's got a whole bunch. She drops albums every year, honey, and sometimes twice.
I'm the closeted Swiftie, so I don't know all the backstory and the lore. So forgive me.
I am not a Swiftie by any stretch of the imagination. Some of her songs I like. Some of them I think leave a little to be desired. Let's call it that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I won't admit to liking any of them, although there is one I actually I kind of like, but I'm not going to go into that one.
He's not going to confess for you people. I'm sorry.
I can't remember the name of it.
Confessional. Not at all. Well, how about you guys in the chat? Music-wise, what did you enjoy this year? And you don't have to. It doesn't have to be current. I mean, you could have rediscovered something. You know, discovered something from years gone by that you know you're turned on to. I recently found a collection of EPs that are Glenn Miller and his orchestra, and this is stuff that was recorded live, so it's not like in his Glenn Miller's greatest hits kind of thing, and with the band singers and stuff. And I was going through those, and I'll probably post some of those because it was a whole selection. It was a case of 45s basically with 2 songs on each side, so it was EPs. And there was some really interesting music on there that I had never heard, that I had no idea Glenn Miller did. So found those. I do like some of what she sings, Mom says. Actually, more about her because people. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
They are. They are.
Don, I know Pink Pony Club. That's Chapel Roan, is it not? Because Stephanie at Spin Me Round is a big Chapel Roan fan, a big Charlie XCX fan. Too Sweet, I'm not sure what that one is. All I know is she's been talking about Brat for a year. So it's like, okay. I need to listen to it because I have a feeling I like both of them because they're dance pop and I like that kind of stuff. But I haven't listened to them yet. So I have too much. I don't have time.
It happens. It happens. It's okay. I'm trying to think of who else I've been into. TC, your year in review. You really haven't talked that much about, have you? Have you? Did you?
I'm sorry.
Your year in review. What was your favorites this year? Did you tell me
Well,
that already? I just wasn't listening.
I did my show yesterday.
Okay.
So if you want to see the whole list, you can go over and watch the show. Okay. But I did Marcine, Dragon and Harmony is my favorite album, available on vinyl or CD. And Tristan Lake LeBeau's Living in Yesterday is my favorite digital only album. And I also picked some pickups that I really liked this year, including Aubrey's Karaoke Alone, the Hanson Underneath Complete set that came out this year, the Eurovision album from this year, and Dottie Freier's Welcome, which came out on a 10-inch disc this year. It's one of the first, I think it's the first 10-inch disc, new 10-inch disc I bought since 1980. So, but yeah, and I have a whole list of stuff over there of new artists to be found and savored and liked. So most people probably haven't heard of the ones that I listed on my top list. Just like I was watching some of the other top 10s in the vinyl community. And I told Carlson, I said, I don't know any of these. Oh, wait a minute. One of those is actually in my top 8 too. Because it blows his mind because I'm a pop guy and he's a punk rock heavy guy and alternative guy. And one of those albums that was on his top 12 is in my top 8 also. And I think he's going to be surprised when he sees it.
Cool. Oh my God. Philly Flipper's here. He's saying, oh my God, Patrick Murphy in the flesh. Yes.
Hey, Paul. Thanks for stopping in, Paul.
He shows up every once in a while. He just shows up. And if you want to talk about music, Paul, you can come on anytime you'd like as well. TC is now working on his calendar for the 2025 shows. And different cities.
I am.
Yeah.
What is this TC is doing this on? What the hell are you doing? You have the ability to do that too, you know.
I count this as your show, buddy. I just get to bask in your glory and your radiance. That's all. I count this as your show.
Right.
There you go. There is one actually a YouTuber I would also recommend. I did discover him probably late 2023, but I enjoyed him all through 2024. He's on YouTube. He does kind of a hip-hoppy thing. His name is Connor Price. Check him out. He's an actor as well as a musical artist. So he collaborates a lot with different.
That name's familiar to me, so I don't know. I probably know him as an actor. I don't know them.
You might, yeah. But I've really enjoyed his stuff. I just every once in a while I just like a decent beat. You know what I mean?
You're right. Now you like hip hop, right, Don?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me give you a name.
Okay. Wait a minute. Pencil, pen. Here we go.
Sunny Souljack. First name is
S-U-N-N-Y?
S-U-N-N-Y.
Oh, okay.
And S-U-L-J-I-C. He is a skateboarder who also is a hip-hop dance artist. And I'm not a big hip-hop fan. I love his stuff. He is great. He was on my digital only list this year.
Sunny
And
Souljack?
Sonny Soljek, he's also an actor. He starred in the movie mid-90s.
He sounds like a DJ. It's like a DJ name, isn't it? Welcome
Yeah,
to Sunny
supposedly.
Souljack
Well,
at the 5
like I
o'clock
said,
drive. Yeah.
like I said, he is an actor. He was in mid-90s. He was in um, the House of the Clock with No Walls, or whatever that is. Clock with a House with No Walls, whatever that is. He's been in a bunch of movies
Also the
lately.
clock in the wall or something. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and he's actually for a trade. He's a pro skateboarder, so
Cool.
Nice.
I'll check him out.
he's got good stuff.
I find a lot of new music through TikTok, says Michael. Yeah, there's a lot of artists out there on TikTok as well, and he might be on TikTok. I found him on YouTube. I Liv, how you doing, hon? Welcome. Singer-songwriter Mitski, live in Detroit. Cool. She was phenomenal. All right, I'll check that one out too. Thank you.
Mitski.
So a song that I rediscovered, and I know I haven't listened to it in a while, so I actually just went to YouTube and just typed or hit my mixes to see what I've been listening to lately. So on the Cape, there is this one DJ Steele, and he does what he calls alphabet soup. So he'll take a letter and then he plays all bands with that letter for the show.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I love stuff like that. I'm actually doing one of those when I do my Mixcloud stuff, where it's
nice.
all one topic.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So it was a couple weeks ago, and then somebody threw up the letter K. And, I was just going through like, okay, bands that start with the letter K. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute. I haven't heard this for at least a good decade or two. Kane Roberts. Does anybody really fall in love anymore?
Oh, my God. Kim would love you.
Yes. Rolling it back to,
she is
rolling
a
back
huge
to the
fan of his.
Yes. And what I did not know about this, because I fall down on the YouTube rabbit hole, it originally, Bon Jovi had it as a demo. And it didn't make the New Jersey cut.
Oh.
So he picked it up, Kane Roberts, yeah. And I'm like, all right, cool. And so there is a demo with Bon Jovi singing it out there.
That's crazy. That's cool.
Most people don't know where Bon Jovi made his professional singing debut. Do either one of you guys remember that?
Oh, trivia time.
No.
Give you a clue. It was on Holiday Hootenanny this year.
I haven't seen all the holiday hootenannies.
Well, I mean, I immediately go with Hee Haw. You can't say Hootenanny without Hee Haw. Like,
no, that's the holiday hootenanny. So it was obviously a Christmas album or a Christmas song.
As a favor to his cousin, Tony Bon Jovi, John, with his proper spelling, which is JOHN BONGIOVI, is the lead vocalist on R2D2 We Wish You a Merry Christmas from the Miko
Lord.
Christmas in the Stars album.
Oh, wow.
Seriously.
He was 18 years old. It was his first professional gig.
Wow. I wouldn't have guessed that. I would not have guessed that. That's crazy.
And now you're going to be trying to find the Holiday Hootenanny that has that.
I'm going to have to go back now and find the Holiday Hootenanny.
It's in number 5.
Thank you. Liv says Jesus Lizard. Very cool.
Nice.
Jesus. All right, I'm doing my posting note thing.
Patrick, do you remember Mitch Malloy?
I do not.
Okay, because Mitch Malloy had a big hit called Anything at All in 1990, I think it was. And we found out, Kim was like, what happened to him? Because he's another one of these, long-haired metal guys. And found out he'd been doing lead vocals for Great Right for the last several years since Jack retired.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, whoa. I wish we'd known that, because they don't come up here anymore because of what happened in Rhode Island. But when they were touring, it's like, we would have gone to see him if they'd come up here, because she loves him.
Very cool. What happened in Rhode Island?
The station fire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Terrible.
It was.
But yeah, I was trying to think of some other ones. It's just been an interesting year. And musically, we've been doing a lot of stuff that we have to do to play grade things and listen to things. So I haven't really been too musically adventurous.
Actually, wouldn't you say that is musically adventurous? because
Mm.
you're finding between you
Really?
and Mary, some of the stuff that you've found and brought to Whatnot this year
Mm-hmm.
has
Been
been,
interesting.
oh my God, really? Like the Mrs. Miller stuff.
Yeah, I never heard Mrs. Miller, and now I can say I have.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, go Google Mrs. Miller. And what was it? Was on was that on Broadway or what was that? No, what song did you buy? You got
I bought Downtown.
Downtown. That was it.
And Mrs. Miller has a greatest hits album out as part of the Ultra Lounge series from Capitol. And she would have been a good singer had she had training, but she didn't have training, and so she was all over the road. It was like Florence Foster Jenkins, and she was quite amusing, to say the
Well,
least.
and then the like the sound effect, the things they threw in things that were just like, what is this? That was so awful, says Rachel. Yeah.
Rachel, which one did you get in the pile-on you won? I remember seeing it in that pile-on you bought, and I don't remember which one it was.
It was a unique experience. Yeah, we brought the one
She's
and played
quite the
it, and then the other
character.
one I think went in the pylon. But Mrs. Miller is something, if you have not experienced her, you need to.
And Dora Hall.
And Dora Hall, yeah. That's another one.
Yeah.
We kind of all discovered Dora Hall through this process as well.
Yeah. Dora Hall is actually a passable singer compared to Mrs. Miller.
Yeah.
And she was the wife of the gentleman who owned the Solo Cup Company, and he spent millions of dollars promoting her record and her music and doing a syndicated TV special for her with all these big stars. And she never had a hit, but she certainly was out there for a decade or more.
She was pretty prolific, actually, considering.
Yeah.
She had a lot of records. You've got damn near most of them now, thanks to us.
Yeah, I have quite a few of them. Yeah,
you do.
Nice.
So yeah, so that was there's just a lot of the fun stuff too. Is what we're doing when we're doing with Whatnot. And I'm not trying to push the show, guys. You do not have to come and listen, but it is fun because TC moderates that, and he's a mod for us, and he pulls up information on the stuff that we list. So it's like a learning experience too. It kind of broadens your horizon on music, and you learn things about the artists and the songs and the history of it. So that's kind of fun.
I'm a chart guy. I try to find the chart stuff about everything. So
yeah,
that's the way I am.
And then Mary also, when she's play grading stuff, she's looking stuff up too, and she'll come up with some interesting information too.
Yeah.
This is stuff. Really? So-and-so's brother did this, or whatever. This guy played the cowbell or whatever. You just, there's different things. So you never know. Let me check. She's checking right now. Oh, she just got it today. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. More cowbell.
Just right there,
Damn, you're good. He's a prop guy. He's a prop guy.
If Veronica was here, she'd definitely agree with that. There's been many things I've just pulled out of just like thin air. So
yep, it's amazing. It's amazing. And you take the little junk I got behind me, I could do that, but I can't.
I've got something. I totally meant to give this as a Christmas gift to somebody, and I just looked over and I seen that I still have it here. So we're gonna roll back to the 90s on this one. 1990 CBS records with the VHS of New Kids on the Block.
Oh my god! Damn.
Yep.
That was
Step
good.
by Step. Was this their like their tour?
That was the title track of the third album, and it was like #1 monster. And the only time you'd hear it on local radio in Columbus, because they switched from Top 40 to Hot AC, the only time you'd hear it once Step by Step came out, where they had saturated the station for 2 years prior, the only time you'd hear it was on the countdown shows during like Casey Kasem and Shadow Stevens. You wouldn't hear it on any other time on the station.
Yeah, but that was definitely one of their hits. Geez, Patrick, that's a gold mine there, buddy. Is it sealed?
No, it's not.
It's worth more if it's sealed, as you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I pulled this out. I got rid of a bunch of VHSs and I went through it and I'm like, oh, okay. So I pulled it for fun, and then Mitzi come in like, my cousin would love that. I'm like, all right. So
Off
Not
it
only do
goes.
we got the VHS New Kids on the Block, but I also, for S&G's one night on the Two Beardos when they were doing their auctions, I bought New Kids on the Block trading cards. Don't ask me. Don't ask me why.
It's okay. No, it was Mrs. Miller, Rachel. Right? Mrs. Miller. Yeah.
Mrs. Miller on Capitol Records. Yep.
Oh, Betsy Johnson works too. Only
Now I
Shadow
know
Stevens from
Stevens
Hollywood.
from
Oh,
Hollywood
yeah.
Squares. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he was on there for years, and then he took over American Top 40 when Casey Kasem left in a contract dispute and started his own Casey's Top 40. So.
Mm-hmm.
I was sure you got that. Maybe you didn't. I'm sorry, Rachel. I could have swore that you got that.
Maybe
Wasn't-
pile on. It might have been
wasn't-
John. I don't know. I don't remember. One of you
Wasn't-
did.
Wasn't Shadow Stevens usually the bottom left square?
know he
Bottom
wasn't the
center, I
center.
think.
He wasn't good
He was-
enough to be the center square. I know that.
Yeah, it was either bottom left or bottom center. I forget. He was on the bottom. I
Yeah.
forget which. Yeah.
Big old bottom, I guess, is what you're saying.
Oh.
Ooh, there you go. It might have been John. John's not here right now to defend his honor, so we're not sure. But yeah. So yeah, it's been a great year. A lot of fun, a lot of good music for sure. We've been just having a really good time here, listening to different things and sharing different things with everybody. So
Yeah.
There she is.
I haven't been Veronica with the K. Hello, girlie. How you doing?
That's not what we're talking about, Veronica.
Notice she came in on that comment though. She like perked up her ears, man. She might have been lurking. Perked up her ears big time. She's like, hey, I'm in.
did.
I'm in. We won't bottom shame the poor
He was
guy.
center bottom. Okay.
He was center bottom. Well, if
Big
you're gonna be a
Shadow
bottom,
Stevens.
be in the center. That's my life. My little worth of wisdom for you.
Oh boy, things were out of control.
Sorry.
As always.
We're trying to get you more subscribers, not banned. Everybody subscribe to TC's channel before they ban him. Thank you.
I'm not gonna ban me.
Great life advice. There you
I
go.
just got to my monetization things, and I can't do half of them because of what I do. So it's like, oh well.
That happens, though.
Yeah, it does.
It happens.
I mean, I'm glad they let me have the store. I hopefully it'll do something.
Get to your 1,000, and it may change too. Right? They turn stuff on and off all the time.
It's dicey with what I do. It's like it says right in there, you can't do this. I tried to put a card in for the T-shirts on the one of the Saturday on one of the programs I did, and nope, you can't do that because you're using copyrighted material. I'm like, okay, whatever. That's okay. I'll
You
just
gotta do
link
some
below.
lives though. Do some lives, and you won't have that issue.
I
That's
know.
got to be the reason that I can do some stuff like that. You can.
Well, you don't do a lot of it. I do. I have 3 years worth of stereos up there.
I
so
know.
And some of the stuff now that I'm monetized is getting hit that I put up 2 years ago that's never been hit before. And I'm like, oh, that's funny because now they're deep scanning because they're monetizing it. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they do that
Yeah.
Well, that's why we had those pop up with our old Chick Chat theme music popped up.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
having trouble with some Filmora music too. 2 different songs have come up with copyright lately. And I'm like, what the hell, Filmora? You know?
Did you properly note them in the?
No, not yet.
That might help.
I want to try and see if I can find any other ones.
Yeah.
Because they're
Because
all
sometimes-
coming up from the same place. They're all being hit from the same place that's trying to sell you a license on them. And I'm like, okay.
There you go. There you go. Hey, Buying Space, welcome. How you doing?
Hello, Myra. How you doing? Welcome.
Saying hey. Saying hey. How was your musically? Saying hi to everybody. For sure.
She is.
Yeah, I got hit every time I didn't have a credit in the description. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it was too, Veronica. Because for all those Chick Chats that got hit, and we don't use that much what do you call it? Like free to use or free source
Yeah.
music or whatever. We don't use that much. We do a long form video or something where we have it in the background, possibly, but most of the time we're using stuff on Chick Chat or whatever. And I think I never took any, put any information on there or credit on there, and I probably could have gotten away with it then. My upload settings now. Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Epidemic Sound is the best place to go. I just never do. And you are welcome, Myra. I'm always glad to say your name. Thank you for coming by.
GTO Epidemic. I don't think
Why?
I've used them before.
Why, yes, hello there, Myra. Welcome.
Giving Myra the sexy.
Ooh, you get Patrick's radio guy voice.
Yep.
You know, I
Patrick,
think. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think I have like a couple different level radio voices. You know, because a lot of people will associate like that deep voice, the why, yes, hello there. You know, and that's more of an overnight DJ, which is what I was really wanting to do when I went to school. But like today, I did a promo for Hump Day, and I've got that kind of like that fast talking, you know, mid afternoon voice, if you will.
Mm-hmm. I think you're fine. It's just don't task the voice too much. Hey, Groves, how you doing, sweetie? Welcome. Welcome. Really improved now. Yeah, you did it for her.
No, it was TC.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just a special guest.
So Patrick, have you heard from Vera lately? Has she got any New Year's plans?
Oh my God, honey, she's gonna be down at the VFW. She's gonna be drinking her PBR from a can and playing some bingo.
Yes, she will.
And you're gonna ruin your voice doing that.
Momster says that she loves your voice. It reminds her of the Shadow.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you, Momster. I greatly appreciate that. You know, it's funny you say the ruin the voice with Vera. Okay, so I cannot do an auction, a full-on auction as Vera. I mean, I can do some one-liners, I can do some conversation, but about after a good 3 minutes solid, it's just I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Done. It's a struggle.
Well, it's a strain on the old vocal cords, man. You know.
Yeah.
Vera's got a lot of whiskey and cigarettes in her history, I think.
Yeah, she definitely is the Pall Mall non-filter girl.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So that voice is not going to get you far. Oh boy.
Well, I used to be able to do Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget, but if I do that, I mean, I can still do it, but I will not be talking for the rest of the night or the next day.
So to do a whole radio program with it in character of some voice like that would kill you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, man. I mean, I could do like one-liners. I could sit down and I could record like maybe 5 or 10 minutes, then I'd have to stop and not the first man Vera has ruined. That is true. That is true.
Amen to that. I'm sure that is absolutely true. Yikes.
Let's just say.
And on that note, let's talk about what's going on next year for everybody. Even Vera.
You know, it is so wild that we're at the end of I mean, you know, it seems like it's only been a few months since you guys were down for the rally, and that was in 2023.
I know.
It's crazy.
Time's flying, man. I'm telling you.
And
crazy.
I mean,
nuts.
I realize that Thanksgiving
for 2025. What's going on? What's happening? What are you planning?
I'm just living it day by day, man. Just taking it easy. Yeah, I have no special plans.
No special plans because you're not a real YouTuber. That's why.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm not a real.
You have to have plans.
I'm not a real YouTuber, and I'm not a real reseller.
But you do a great job of faking it, though.
Oh, I do. Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, it was funny. I just sold something, and I'll shut up about reselling, but I do have to throw this out there. I sold a mini comic book from the 80s, and this is just my level of reselling. I even put in buzzwords in the title. Like I kept
Uh-huh.
listing like rare, unique buzzwords.
Even buzzwords. Just put buzzwords in the title. Buzzwords.
I did, and it sold.
Yeah.
So
And it sold. Yeah, well, the thing is, so 2025, are you going to be on Johnny's auction this coming week?
yes, so I
This
am going to
week?
be on the Hump Day auction. This
Day
will
after
be
tomorrow.
probably one of my final
That's
appearances
New
on
Year's.
YouTube. So yeah, there we go. That's the only thing I got booked for 2025.
I'm pulling it in for you, buddy. I'm pulling it in for you.
Hey, Steph, welcome.
Yeah, Steph, she's hanging with us. She's very cool. Welcome, dear. TC, your year is going to be interesting if your hard drive stick.
Yeah, I have my music drive and it's got my music, my graphics, a whole bunch on it. Kind of is giving me fits right now, and I'm probably gonna have to have it, taken into Micro Center and have them see if they can salvage what's on there. But yeah, I have all kinds of stuff going on, and I had all these plans made, and this is like I said, when man makes plans and God laughs. I had everything worked all December to get ready to do all this stuff, and boom, the drive collapses on me.
This is
So
an internal or an external drive?
it's an external drive.
Throw it in the freezer
So
for a while.
yeah, I've heard that too. I've never tried it though. I honestly don't think there's anything wrong with the drive because it sounds normal. Usually I can tell if something's wrong with it. I can hear clicking or something weird going on.
Yeah.
It sounds normal. So I'm thinking it's the cable or the connection or the hub or something.
Is it just not reading it?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So
probably.
we'll figure it out in the next couple of days though. But yeah, I do have a bunch of new stuff coming up, and it's gonna be nuts.
Very cool. Steph loved her packages. I'm glad you love those, hon. Thank you very much. We are going to be doing our normal stuff. Our course Chick Chat Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're still doing estate sale bingo, although winter's coming, so we'll be looking for other zip codes. Michigan doesn't have a lot. Let's just put it that way. Michigan doesn't have a lot.
You mean you don't want to pick a zip code in the UP and in the middle of January?
It won't work. Maybe in the summer, but not in the winter. Yeah. So everybody's been cool about doing that with us. I really want to get TC up to. My goal was to get TC up to 1,000 before New Year's. So guys, subscribe. I may have to do an overnight week. If you want to do a sub drive, I will be there with you, man.
I don't know. We'll see.
Let's do it like a Jerry Lewis telethon. All right. That's.
Look at TC folding in like a lawn chair now.
Yeah, right. The problem with doing those is people who subscribe during those unsubscribe the minute they're done. It doesn't work.
Right.
Well, it might work.
I want people that are going to want to stay around.
Even if every other one unsubscribes, if you get 100 of them, you're golden.
Oh, I know, but still.
Subscription
drive. I got further than I ever thought I would this year. I mean, I started the year in the 300s, I think, and I'm at 950 right now. So I can't complain. And it's all thanks to Saturday Night Disco Party. 90% of the stuff has come from that. And it's just amazing. And I did that solely out of response to some other person in the vinyl community doing vinyl, disco sucks. Nobody likes that.
I got people. I love you. I got people. We can make that happen. Drop your link, TC. Some people aren't watching. Remember, they're watching online, some of them. So drop your link. I'm dead serious. Drop your link. These are people who love music who wouldn't be here.
TKR Video Central. Click subscribe, hit that notification bell, go into one of the videos and let him know that Patrick Murphy sent you, baby. That's right.
That's right.
Thank you, Patrick. Much appreciated.
He's been doing some good stuff.
Thank you. I try to do stuff, and I've got all kinds of things always on the burner. So I try. I work and I slave, and this is the thanks I get.
Yeah. And I get nothing for it. That's okay. Your day will come. Your day will come.
I do want to say that I am very honored to be on panel with the last champion of estate sale bingo for this year. So I mean, you really need to those bragging
Yeah,
rights,
but
man.
you held the record. Didn't you have it for 3 weeks because nobody got it for 2 weeks in a row?
Well, one week they didn't do the show. So
Oh,
I had
okay.
it.
We had things
Next week they
going
didn't do a
on. Yeah.
show, and I think I still had it after that week. But I think there was somebody who got 4. Didn't they get 4 in
I
a
don't
row?
know.
Might
I'll
have
have to
been
consult
Greg. I
Mary.
don't know. I can't remember
Yeah.
now. Mary's got it
No,
written down somewhere.
it's
but I'm
probably
having
you
it.
or Mary. You guys were hitting bingo every week for the first few weeks.
I just want
Yeah.
to say, I
Get
love
that
this.
dust off.
Oh God, getting up. It hurts so bad.
Oh Lord, he had to move. Look out.
I love this. This is so me.
It's a Bob Ross Chia Pet, guys, in case you don't know what it is.
They have one of those for what's his character name? Gaten Matarazzo's character on Stranger Things. They have one of those for him too.
Seriously?
Yeah, they had it over at our local CVS a couple years ago.
Oh my
Nice.
God.
Nice. They'll make chia pets out of it. It's like the Funkos. They make Funkos out of everything. So, in
Never
case
get
you're
chia
wondering
pet.
what we're talking about, make sure to go over to the Two Hip Chicks on Thursday. They do a safe style bingo where they go through an estate sale and you get pick different things. And you probably can explain it better than me. But before I turn it over, every painting is a Bob Ross, wood paneling, and everything can be used as an ashtray.
This is how we try. We try for Patrick's sake. Even if it's not on his card at this point, he doesn't care. He just wants to make sure it's there.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
yeah. We go
Girl
over. We
Chia
play
Pet.
estate sale bingo every Thursday at noon on Two Hip Chicks, where we look at the estate sales, we play bingo, and we judge them.
That's right. We judge the people,
Judge the
judge
pictures,
their organization,
judge the furniture, judge everything
the
else.
photography, the taste, their decorating taste, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, Michael said Chia Pet of the Golden Girls. I know, I saw Sophia or something one time. I thought that was really cool. Yeah.
There
All
you
right.
go. Now you know what to get Mary for her birthday, Dawn.
The Sophia Chia Pet.
The Chia Pet, the Golden Girls Chia Pets.
Definitely. Definitely.
All right, folks, we better call this quits. We're running over. Dawn, run down your stuff.
Okay. Pretty much you guys covered it the last 5 minutes, but basically it's Chick Chat on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're doing Johnny's Hump Day auction on Wednesdays. We will be a little late this Wednesday because we have to do an eBay pickup. Somebody's picking something up that we're selling, and we have to meet them at the storage unit for that. So we'll be late, but we will be there. And Tuesdays is Whatnot, but you already humped that. There, ran the bump on that, so we're not going to do that.
Did.
Tuesdays at 7 is Whatnot. So please come and hang out there. Plus, of course, every other Monday, I'm doing this with this handsome hunk of man over here, Mr. Music himself. And anybody else who wants to come on and kind of hang with us, please, Patrick, you're always welcome as usual. And anybody else who's interested, let us know.
Yeah.
How about you, TC? What are you doing?
This week, because of the drive issues, I've only got a few things going up. Most of it is year-end stuff. Kim's year-end take will be up on Kim Takes On tomorrow afternoon. And I was going to do it tomorrow, but I probably won't get it up till New Year's Day, my annual take a bow of those in the music industry that we lost this year. And then hopefully things will be back to normal by the weekend.
Very cool. And Patrick will be on the Hump Day auction tomorrow, or Wednesday. Not tomorrow. Nacho Flipping Business. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello.
So I did a little promo for the Hump Day. So it's just a quick 20-second clip. But the link to the Hump Day auction will be in there. So go check that out. Greatly appreciate that. Head over to the channel, Johnny's channel, and got some comments.
You got a promo?
Got a little promo, yeah.
Sweet.
I mean, I'm not a video guy. I'm just an audio guy. So I just threw something down on track.
Nice. Jeez, buddy. Thanks. That's sweet of you. Hit that promo, kids.
And we will see everybody in 2025. Oh, my God.
See you next year.
Oh, yeah. See you next year. See you next year.
I should have come up with an Auld Lang Syne thing tonight. Everybody have a wonderful New Year. Stay safe. Don't get out there. Don't drive drunk and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in 2025. Patrick, thank you. Everybody else, thank you. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.